This podcast is brought to you by Anchor. If you don't know by now, Anchor is the easiest way to record your podcast and get it out to your listeners. Anchor allows for you to record from anywhere using your web-enabled device like computer or smartphone. It has built-in creation tools to make editing and presenting your episodes a breeze. And when you're finished, Anchor distributes your podcast for you so you can be heard on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and many more podcast platforms. Anchor even allows you to make money from ads like this one, no matter the size of your audience. And the best part about it all is it's absolutely free. Anchor is the easiest way to start your podcast. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for listening to the second Turnbuckle podcast. I am the Top Guy. We are emanating from Top Guy Management Studios. We have a full house today. We have one more than expected. If we were in a sedan, we'd be assed out. We have the captain here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And the quarters over there.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Sock Monkey Mike is here.
Excuse me, you mean the commissioner?
Shut up. Anyway.
Nah, we mean Sock Monkey Mike.
If I keep calling you the commissioner, they won't know that you're Sock Monkey Mike from Sock Monkey Mike's YouTube channel and Sock Monkey Mike's Instagram. Go follow, like, subscribe, and push the bell notification icon so you know when he posts stuff on YouTube.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I got to get your plug in there, bro.
Common courtesy.
Yeah, he's also the commissioner of the second Turnbuckle podcast. If you let him talk about it, he'll go on for hours. So we don't. And the champ is here, everyone. The champ here.
Hello, hello, hello. I said I would win, and I did. I make good on my promises.
I mean, I said you would win too, but like that's beside the point. The champ.
Is this the first public appearance since winning the belt?
It is.
Yes, it is.
More
nice.
public appearances
It's
than
real
Brock
nice.
Lesnar.
Oh,
More public appearances than Brian the Lion.
Yeah.
Damn.
Far more
man,
public
he's not here to
appearances.
defend himself.
He's
And
never
he
here.
won't be here. He's never coming back.
He's never here.
Top Guy Management.
Is
We
the-
run this.
Thank you. I mean, not to talk about Brian because I know he's not here, but he's like, you know, that father figure who goes to the store to get milk and cigarettes and never
Oh
comes
my
back.
Oh, man, why are you saying that? He about to have a kid, man. Shit.
Do they know that?
Oh,
I have no idea, but I'm talking about how he relates to this podcast. I don't know what he's going through in his personal life. I don't know why you
Hold
bring
on.
that up.
hey, y'all remember the George Lopez episode where his dad came back?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Brian.
Yes.
That's gonna be Brian the Lion trying to come back for the belt.
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
no.
wait.
Oh my God.
Brian the Lion hit us with that. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh,
He left the golden turnbuckle like, why don't he love me, man?
Dude, that episode's so sad.
that is.
That was like
That is hard to watch TV.
that
Ugh.
was improvised as well.
Yeah, it was the whole "How come he don't want me, man?" That line was improvised.
That's why it hit
Ooh,
so hard.
man.
First things
Yeah.
first. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
For real.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
He's
Always.
the only father that I ever knew. If I get my woman pregnant, I'm gonna be a better you.
You better you.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Alrighty.
So, I mean, now that that's out of the way, we have news.
Just a
Slammiversary
little
is
bit before
later.
we get in.
What?
I said just a little bit of news before we get into the actual topic of the episode.
Yeah, because like I totally have to space the bio away from the beginning of the episode so it doesn't get ripped off the episode.
This is true.
Because YouTube, right?
Because YouTube.
All right. So Slammiversary is tonight.
Yes, I am not watching. I'm with family, but also I don't know enough about Impact to I guess I could just jump in, but I don't know. I'd rather have a little bit of lead up first, and I haven't been watching, so
honestly, this is the perfect time to jump in. It's kind of the new era for Impact, considering that Gallows and Anderson have confirmed that they're going to be at Slammiversary and that they have signed with Impact.
Which is huge, by the way.
Huge.
It's huge.
So funny enough, before I was watching this, I was watching the Generation Me versus Motor City Machine Guns in the Ultimate X match.
Motor Shitty Machine Guns.
Oh no!
Wait, the
Watch what you say. I'm in the Motor City, okay?
Wait,
okay.
You'll be all right.
Oh
You'll be fine. Worry about the Hornets.
Damn.
Don't do that to
wow.
me. Hey, look, I'm already paranoid here. Don't do that to me.
You better get some bug spray.
I got bug spray. I'm not
He's gonna be sitting there.
Head.
You're gonna be sitting there like every character in TV ever that ever has any kind of like nervous tick, where it's like extremely overpronounced and they're just shaking the whole house in fear. That's you.
Hey,
I'm gonna be like Eddie Murphy in that one scene in Daddy Daycare. He walks in the bathroom looking around.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
hey.
Oh no.
Hey, Fez. Hey, Fez.
Hey, don't do that to me. I'll be on a one-way ticket back to Los Angeles to kick your ass.
Well, you're not gonna find a whole lot there in Long Beach, man.
You're not. It's because we're shut down again, guys. For those of you who don't know, they shut California down again. So
we're all stuck.
I didn't get my Cheesecake Factory, but I did go to the mall right before they shut everything down.
I told you should have
sat in
went.
line for 8 hours and sat in line for 8 hours to get some desk with an extremely long Swedish name no one can pronounce.
No, that was like weeks ago. So for those of you who don't know,
okay.
I went to IKEA, and there was a Space Mountain line to get in IKEA. I'm talking wrapped around the front of the building.
I believe it.
Damn.
I didn't know people were sitting at home like, what am I going to do with the stimulus check? I'm going to go to IKEA.
So somebody else.
I'm gonna get me the Flabbengerben and put it together.
For anyone who doesn't know why that's so funny is because he's changed the name every single time to some generic, ethnic-sounding Swedish
name.
I'm
gonna get the Forlorn desktop and I'm gonna put it together.
Oh my god!
You're gonna get the sweet Orton.
For anybody in Sweden that may listen to this, we're not making fun of your country. Your words are just funny.
We're not making fun of you. We're making fun of IKEA.
We're making fun of IKEA.
There you go.
IKEA refuses to conform.
Yeah, so I'm sitting at this Mjolnir desk right here.
Oh my god.
The Mjolnir 3000 laptop table.
That's not even Swedish. That's Norwegian.
I don't care.
Jay is never going to be able to move that desk. He's never going to be able to move that desk.
Only if I'm worthy.
All right. Well,
anyway. Real quick, can we get on to or get back to the topic of news, because I have something.
I mean,
really
that was news
to talk about.
That was news.
That was news. That was news.
Kind of news.
But this right here is a little bit bigger. So, when Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows' contracts were up in WWE, they were planning on going to AEW. And they were planning on being on the debut episode of Dynamite. However, WWE offered them a contract that set them and their families up for the rest of their lives. So they passed on it.
I would too.
Yeah.
Like, just to think about that, it's like they chose to. That just shows you how powerful they are. That was a power play, because they knew that they can go through all of WWE's bullshit just so they can bounce back and on the indie scene and just become one of the most dominant forces again, because they have that much staying power.
Okay, so
now they have all the money, so that whatever they work from now on, they don't have to worry about money. They can just go and choose and pick whatever
they want.
That's not necessarily true. So the way
Well, as far as contracts go,
well, but that's still not necessarily
but that's true.
but that's still not necessarily true because if I offer you money on a contract, you only get a certain amount per year. So if I sign you to a 5-year contract and you only work 6 months of said contract, you're not getting all the money. So that's probably
it entirely depends on the nature of the it entirely depends on the nature of the contract. But yes, I see what you're saying.
So do you think they're really signing people to contracts and saying, yeah, we're going to give you all the money even if we don't continue to use you?
Well, it depends. There are some contracts that are like that because they expect you to live out the length of the contract, and then you don't for whatever reason. So if your contract gets released, or whatever happens, you can legally and sometimes do get the rest of the money that's owed on that contract. You haven't substantiated the rest of the time worked under the contract.
Oh yeah, I feel
it is still possible.
Oh no, I feel it. Like there's this one baseball player. And I think like every May he gets like a check for $1.2 million, and he hasn't played baseball since like 2000.
Jeez,
I believe it. There's a lot of there's some really fun. Go ahead and I'll let you look that up. There's a lot of funny stuff in baseball where if you get traded, right, you're technically still living out the contract of that team, and you're under contract for a new one after this one lets up. So you can be playing on a completely different team, and your old team still has to pay you.
Wow.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this guy.
I don't have any like news stuff.
I have some more news on the Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows situation.
I found it. His name is Bobby Bonilla. And so it's paid like $1.19 million every July 1st.
That's funny.
And like it's actually called they actually have this thing, it's called, he hasn't played since 2001.
Seriously?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I was 4. I don't know what it is.
And wait, he's still under contract until 2035.
Jeez.
What in the world?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Anyway,
so basically, he's gonna be getting paid till he's 72. That amount of money.
That's, I mean, would you be mad?
Not at all. I mean, like I'd own. I would have. Like, I don't even have to invest at that point.
You really don't.
Because think about it. The government's gonna take, I think, $200,000. So basically, you're living off of $800,000 a
year. Yeah, about that. Might be a little conservative because the higher tax bracket, it might actually be closer to like $600,000 that you take home. Maybe a little less.
That's still over $500,000 a year.
Yeah, that's still good.
Like that's way more than a modest life.
Way. I want that.
Me too.
Who wouldn't?
So yeah, we're talking contracts. I don't think Gallows and Anderson got the Bobby Bonilla deal.
No.
I doubt it.
I feel like any deal that they got was some substantial money regardless.
No, so like here's the thing. So we think of wrestlers as millionaires, and some of them are, but most wrestlers they don't get to that point.
Very much not.
So they get like a nice house, right? They get like a nice house for us, you know. They don't have a mansion, but they have like a nice 5-bedroom house somewhere. A lot of guys move to places like Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, where houses are cheaper. And so like you can ride that X amount of dollars if you don't get hurt out for a very long time.
Yeah.
But if you get hurt and you can't make dates, that's when you have to take out of your savings, and that's where the issues come in.
That's true.
I mean, getting hurt and regardless still, you know, it hinders any amount of money that you're making. It's tough to put that pressure on superstars to not get hurt because the business kind of sets them up for that.
Yeah, it's a physical business.
But
It's
you
a
know,
physical business.
so when I say don't get hurt, like I'm not talking about don't get hurt wrestling. I'm talking about don't get hurt so you can still make events. You know what I'm saying? So like if I can stay healthy, I can keep that WWE money in the bank and live off merch, podcast sponsorships, and the dates I work for other people. I work those dates because I have been on the WrestleMania stage and have that sort of exposure. I can charge double what I did when I was working indie dates, just doing New Japan.
Yep.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
true.
it's a great way to line up bills. And
Right.
Great way to knock them out.
So they
Yeah,
could
that's
basically
true.
at this point work a Lesnar schedule.
Yeah,
They really
Gallows
could.
and Anderson, as much as it looked like it sucked for a while, like they came out of the better end of this. Let's be honest here.
They really did. But one of the things we were talking about beforehand, I don't know if we could talk about that episode idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
The what ifs. So we have a what if that was given to us once again by the Good Brothers. They gave us a what if. So Carl Anderson, had they signed a deal with AEW, they would have been able to work with New Japan. And the plan was for Carl Anderson to go back and start a program with John Moxley
Ooh.
for the U.S. title. And one of the things that was going to happen was Luke Gallows wasn't going to return until Wrestle Kingdom, and he was going to help him win the belt. So we could have got
Very
Carl Anderson as New Japan's United States champion, which we know that, Machine Gun Carl Anderson was going to do with that belt.
Yeah.
He was going to run wild.
It's true. More than Moxley did with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry.
I mean,
He's had two different United States titles from two different companies and did nothing with either.
but is that his
I don't
fault or
think
the
he-
company's fault?
It's kind of his fault in the New Japan
It's kind of
sense.
it's a 50-50 at this point. It just I don't think he
WWE was
cares.
their fault.
I don't think he cares about like lower mid card titles. I think he really just wants the heavyweight belt.
I mean, if he can pull it,
Yeah.
and we've shown that he can. Everybody else in this episode was a little quiet. Are y'all still alive?
You guys good?
Yeah.
I think the commissioner is AWOL.
I don't know
No,
where
I'm
the hell
not
the-
AWOL. I'm still
Oh.
I
here.
don't know where he went.
I just
I
want to
was
let
right
you guys
here. I was right
talk.
here listening.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're starting to sound like the good episodes of the podcast.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
You've got a point there. Listen, champ, you've got a point there.
Yikes.
Sometimes you gotta wave the belt around, let them know who's here, let them know who's boss,
Hey,
who the
hey,
champ is.
hey, that's the champ right there.
Oh God,
Hey,
here
that
we
guy
go
right
again.
there, that's the champ.
That's the champ.
Hey, speaking of,
You mean the wannabe champ?
Wannabe champ. I'm holding the golden turnbuckle.
hold on, I got this, bro. You're 5-0.
There's no.
No, you're 0-5. Excuse me.
What,
I was about to say, wait. I was about to say, I don't think
Yeah.
anybody has an undefeated record.
Right.
The champ does.
Or at least
I
tie.
do.
Yeah, well, yeah, because ties count. That's
Yeah,
fair.
stupid champ. All right.
Anyway, guys,
Wow.
Why you hold on? Why you waving around those third grade insults?
Damn.
You do better, Commissioner. I thought you was better than this.
I thought you were better.
Like I said, sometimes you gotta wave the belt around, let them know what it is.
Hey,
All
at
right.
least I'm not holding the STD title.
Oh
What
my
is,
God.
first of all, what is that?
Jesus Christ.
What is that?
What is that? Like,
The second turnbuckle demonetization war.
first of all, you're
Oh
gonna
my
get
God.
kicked out of this because we don't want to be demonetized, sir. So if we get demonetized, I'm showing up at your house.
Oh.
Running up on them.
Dang,
We're
that's
gonna rise, raise hell, and leave.
We're showing up at your house with the camera crew. It's gonna be our first live episode. It's gonna be watch out the top guy whips the commissioner's ass.
Ooh.
And that's the bottom line because Top Guy said so.
And
Damn right.
and the champ is gonna sit back and make mojitos.
Oh yeah,
Man, the champ is like Seth Rollins. He's all about the authority
wait.
right now.
If this is gonna be an impartial thing, can I like join you in the mojitos?
What?
Oh,
Of course.
absolutely. I'm
Dang
making
it, Captain.
bomb mojito. I'm making
Hey,
bomb
it's
mojito.
impartial. It can't like I have to since you are the facilitator of all things equal, get to equally enjoy you getting your ass kicked. That's just how it works.
And mojitos. See, that's a win-win
Mojitos.
situation.
It's a
That's
win-win.
Win-win.
I'll bring some Kraken. We'll be good.
Ooh.
All right. I can also make Hadoken shots. Those things are amazing.
That
Hadouken.
sounds good.
Anyway, we are off topic.
Drinking is bad, boys and girls.
You know
Nah,
what? Go
drinking
away.
is fun.
Didn't you make yourself sick before dinner eating cereal?
Anyway.
Do we have anything else news-wise that's worthy? I felt like this was kind of a slow week. There was nothing like massive.
I mean, we have
Because
news.
honestly, the majority of the wrestling world news starts tonight. Like
That's true.
after when Slammiversary hits, that's when the ball's just gonna get rolling. It's on.
That's true.
Sounds about right to me.
Well, I mean, so we had a bunch of go home episodes where nothing happened. So like, I don't think they made
I
it.
saw
all
Matt
the way
Riddle
home.
had another match with Styles.
Oh, it was really good too.
It's
Well, I
Matt
mean-
Riddle and Styles, of course it was.
Right.
Right.
So I don't understand why you would even say that because Styles is in the match. Like saying
I mean,
pancakes
yeah,
are
true.
great. Like these pancakes are really
Yeah.
great.
Damn, I can't acknowledge that AJ Styles and Matt Riddle are awesome. Jesus Christ.
No, you can't.
Listen,
because-
Styles could have a good match with a light stick that people use to film themselves when making YouTube makeup videos. Like, it just is.
So we don't have to talk about how great AJ Styles' matches are because they're always great. And now, if he has a bad match, and you bring that to my attention, yeah, it was a good
Well,
match. Yeah, we know.
That match with Nakamura at Backlash in 2018 where they kicked each other in the nuts to end the match.
Yeah, that was kind of
bad.
trash.
That was trash. So that was a bad one.
And
Again,
that was like live. That was everybody saw that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I wish I
Saw
didn't.
that.
okay. So my counterpoint to that is we've seen the greatness of their matches, so it's not their fault.
True.
I mean, I get that, but here's the thing, though. Yes, it's not their fault how the decision was made, but they could have put on an absolutely fantastic match
Here's
and
the-
then
Yeah.
did that. But they put on a subpar match, and they didn't do that once. They did it twice.
okay, here's the deal.
Twice.
Guys, listen. Not everyone has the Undertaker pull backstage.
True.
They can say, I'm going to put on this great match. And that's a great segue into what I'm about to talk about before what I'm going to get to eventually. So real quick, we're going to end all this shit right here because we have stuff to do. We are going to realize our number one contender for Mr. Feslow Dollars Golden Turnbuckle tomorrow night at the horror show at Extreme Rules at MySpace.
The Jabroni Show.
Oh,
Yeah.
that show.
I said what I said, okay? I didn't need no help. So we're going to find out who's going to have the unfortunate opportunity to take on Mr. Feslow Dollars
Right.
for the Golden Turnbuckle
Yeah.
at SummerSlam. We're going to sit this one out. We're going to scout the competition here. I think there's only two people that can win because everybody else sucks. It's either going to be myself, the top guy, or the captain. So
Or me.
yes. So
I'm voting for.
And given
And
the captain's track record, we already know he is nowhere near.
My track record
Competition
is
for me.
I was the I was the only one all 4 nights between Great American Bash, or 2 nights between Great American Bash and Fyter Fest that went undefeated any of the nights.
So you had a fluke run with predictions.
right. So
What
how?
does that mean?
So tell us
So
how
he
long it
also
took you
has
to
a
get
show
there.
to What it means is I have momentum, and it means that, spoiler alert, Extreme Rules #1 contendership is going to be mine. You're facing
Your
me.
momentum is going to have you crashing into a wall just like Extreme Rules will.
Damn.
I guess we'll see. I
Denzel,
guess we'll
shut up.
see.
Shut up. Shut up. Please. We don't need your instigation.
Damn.
Anyway,
Jesus.
so
So
my
awesome.
question to you is, how long did it take you to get there, Mr. Captain? I've been here. You just got
Damn.
And yet you lost to Brian.
And we see how that turned out.
And you're still there, so you're plateauing. I'm rising.
You rose for a second. You're gonna
And
be
it's still going.
listen, you're gonna be just like California's period of opening up in the coronavirus. It was here and then it was gone because you're gonna get shut
Man,
down.
you've picked Mia Yim to win every match she's in and lost.
Hey, look, I'm kind of disappointed in the Mia Yim losses. Just as a fan,
Right.
as a
To be
fan,
fair,
I feel
to be fair, I am too. I actually like her a lot. But
So
I'm just like, that's
I
kinda
feel like
sad.
I feel like the only reason you win is because you're part of the machine. You're part of the WWE machine. You
I don't even watch WWE. I haven't watched a full episode of NXT, Raw, or SmackDown in a year.
and that's the problem. You started watching wrestling when it started to suck. So all that suckness
What?
is in
I
No,
mean,
he's kind of right.
wrestling
not wrong.
He's
DNA.
kind of right.
Yeah.
So I remember
kinda right.
I remember the glory days of wrestling. I remember the
Same.
good storytelling. I remember what wrestling
When
should be
Undertaker-
like in WWE. But you don't.
When Undertaker
lie.
was around.
Lie.
What? Shut up, Commissioner. This is between me and the captain.
Man, I was trying to segue our way into the Undertaker career retrospective and saying good storytelling in that time, and then I just got shadowed over by the commissioner interrupting. Oh, that was a lie.
Right.
Man, I'm mad. Are we into
Anyway,
the
guys.
Undertaker stuff now?
Yeah. So
Fine.
to the reason we are all here, we are here to celebrate. Who is doing stuff in the background not being muted?
No, I didn't mute fast enough by the time I got up. That was me. My apologies.
Oh, okay. As long as it wasn't the quarter. All right.
What did the quarter do?
Shut the hell up. Anyway,
I was muted.
shut up.
I'm on your side, Quarter.
Thank you, Commissioner.
The only reason he's on your side is because he wants to put you in a gumball machine so he can get his little gumball at the Walmart.
I'm gonna
Damn.
report the commissioner for ethics violations and taking sides.
Oh,
What?
yes, you can do that.
Oh.
Captain, you would be in there too, but you wanted to be all. Anyways, we're getting off topic. I'm sorry.
We're getting off topic.
When were we ever
It's
on
okay.
topic?
That's fair.
All right,
I'm
guys.
sorry, Mr. Budaker.
What? What was that?
Hell,
That
what the hell
wasn't
you
even
just
funny.
I don't know what just happened.
No, I said
So
I meant to say
Undertaker.
Buddha, but okay.
Oh, okay. So Undertaker.
I still don't get it, but anyway, guys, we're here to celebrate the career of the Undertaker, guys. Greatest wrestler and arguably the greatest wrestler of all time. As you know,
Absolutely.
the Undertaker has retired, hopefully for real this time.
Yeah.
Shut up. Listen, let the top guy talk, okay? I'm setting this up. I'm got somewhere to go. I can 25 cents later, just not right now.
25.
I'm about to kick you out. You got like you're about 5 seconds away from getting shown the door. Anyway, guys, we're here to celebrate the Undertaker and his career. Right now we're gonna play an audio bit, a little audio recording of we're gonna set up the career of the Undertaker. We're gonna take you from his humble beginnings to his WWF debut and on to his first WrestleMania opponent. If you don't know, that was Jimmy Superfly Snuka. We're gonna do that, then we're gonna talk about Anchor, and then we'll be back, and we're just gonna talk about the great career of the Undertaker and some of our favorite streaks. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening to the Second Turnbuckle podcast, and this is the Undertaker. Born on March 24th, 1965 to Frank Calloway and Betty Truby, Mark William Calloway was the youngest of 4 brothers. He graduated Waltrip High School and then went on to study sports medicine in college on a basketball scholarship. In 1986, Mark Calloway dropped out of school to focus on sports. He considered playing basketball in Europe, but decided to make a choice that would change the course of professional wrestling for the next 30 years and beyond. He decided to focus on professional wrestling. Calloway began his career training under Buzz Sawyer and began wrestling under a mask as Texas Red. He wrestled his first match on June 26, 1987 for World Class Championship Wrestling, losing to Brody Lee at the Dallas Sportatorium. He was accompanied to the ring by Percy Pringle III, who would later serve him as his manager in WWE, Paul Bearer. Calloway would continue to hone his craft in the Continental Wrestling Association, working under several gimmicks. He was able to learn from and work with legends such as Jerry Jarrett, Dutch Mantell, and Jerry Lawler. Calloway began to question his future with WCW because he was told by Booker Ole Anderson during contract negotiations that no one would ever pay money to see him wrestle. At this time, Bruce Pritchard began to put out feelers via Paul E. Dangerously on behalf of WWF. Calloway would wrestle a match with a dislocated hip, knowing that he was being watched by Vince McMahon. Initially, McMahon was not impressed by Calloway's performance, but Pritchard convinced Calloway to come to speak with Vince McMahon while working a house show with WCW in New Jersey. The talks went well, and Calloway was able to give WCW his 2-week notice. During this time, Calloway would also work for New Japan Pro Wrestling as Punisher Dice Morgan, as well as wrestle in the USWA, which absorbed the WCCW. In October 1990, Calloway would begin his industry-changing career as Kane the Undertaker on a taping of Superstars in the Dark match. He would make his official debut at Survivor Series as part of Ted DiBiase's $1 Million team. At that time, he was managed by Brother Love. He dominated a short performance by eliminating Coco Beware and Dusty Rhodes before eventually being eliminated via countout, which ultimately led to Ted DiBiase winning the match as the team's sole survivor. Somewhere in the match, Kane the Undertaker was shortened to just the Undertaker, and that name has stuck to this day. Kane would later be used in character as the Undertaker's half-brother, which would be portrayed by Glenn Jacobs. Shortly around his debut, Brother Love was dropped as Calloway's manager, being replaced by Paul Bearer. Calloway was built by jobbers in squash matches until his first real feud with Jimmy Superfly Snuka at WrestleMania 7. This victory was a launching pad for a historic career for which the WWF, WWE, sports entertainment, and professional wrestling has been shaped to the way it is today. No single performer has done so much for the business for so long. He has the most appearances at WrestleMania, as well as the most wins on that platform. The Undertaker boasts an impressive 25-2 record, with 21 of those wins coming consecutively. Those wins include Jimmy Snuka, Jake the Snake Roberts, the Giant Gonzalez, King Kong Bundy, Diesel, Psycho Sid, Kane, the Big Boss Man, Triple H, Ric Flair, Big Show in the A-Train, Kane, Randy Orton, Mark Henry, Batista, Edge, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and CM Punk. The only 2 men to have ever beaten him on the grandest stage of them all being Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Mark Calloway was able to retire as a 9-time World Heavyweight Champion, a 7-time tag team champion, a 1-time hardcore champion, and a Royal Rumble winner. He has 6 Match of the Year bouts under his belt, and he is the greatest wrestling character and arguably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. With his retirement at hand, as fans, we are in some ways indebted to the man Mark Calloway, the character The Undertaker, and the legendary career of over 30 years. Thank you for listening to the Second Turnbuckle podcast, and this is The Undertaker. All right, gentlemen, it seems like we have lost Mr. Festo Dollars. He said he had a business deal, and if it wasn't making him any dollars, then he wasn't about to stick around for it, which I totally understand. I feel like as representative of Top Guy Management Group, I can handle all of this by myself, and we're going to transition into speaking on the illustrious career of The Undertaker, guys.
Indeed, we are. How far back do we want to go with this? You did the bio. Do we want to do debut, or do we want to just talk whatever comes to mind?
Let's start from. Let's just talk about his career in general. None of us were alive at the start of his career.
No. I was -7.
Oh wow, I was -3.
Okay, WWE career.
I was
Let's-
also
let's-
-3 when he started in WWE.
Yeah, so we were. His career is older than we are, so we can only speak
That's
to what we've
insane
seen.
to think about. That's crazy to think about. That there is literally a career in wrestling that is older than a lot of its fan base.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of the older, more middle-aged people have stopped listening at this point. I would assume, you know.
I think that's fair to say. There's a lot of people who really liked it in the Attitude Era, and then it transferred over to the PG era in when did that happen? 2008? 2009?
2008 was when they went PG. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And once
thanks,
that
Jericho.
happened, I know. Yeah, Jericho.
But I
Wait,
mean,
it was Jericho's fault?
I think so. I think I heard. Wow, I can't speak English. Heard.
how was it Jericho's fault?
Can
I
I-
don't know. Someone.
So no. The explanation I have, if I may, is they had a match. It was Jericho versus Shawn Michaels. I want to say it was Bragging Rights 2008, or it could have been No Mercy.
It was Unforgiven. If you're talking about the unsanctioned match.
Yeah, it was the unsaid. Thank you. I'm so sorry if I'm inaccurate with all these these
Yeah.
pay-per-view names. But
Yeah.
This
it was
is why we have the quarter, because he just has this encyclopedia knowledge of random wrestling shit.
If he
Yeah,
had
thanks,
that,
Porter.
if he had the same knowledge that he has of wrestling and anything else, he'd probably be a professor teaching right now. But he doesn't.
But yes, so
Sure.
Okay.
but yeah, so it was that I believe it was after that match where WWE programming, because I think it was Michaels taking a lot of like blood. That was too much. Not too sure.
I don't know.
No, Jericho bled a lot in that match, and Vince was pissed when they got backstage.
Leave it to Vince
Did he
McMahon
watch?
leave it to Vince McMahon
Did
to be
he
upset.
watch Eddie Guerrero?
I mean, so leave it to Vince McMahon to be upset at a like legitimate bodily function.
Right.
It's like I was bleeding too much.
Like, did he not? What was the match? It was Eddie Guerrero and somebody where Eddie just
JBL.
got-
JBL.
Yeah, JBL.
John
That's it.
Brad
Judgment
Todd
Day?
Layfield.
It was Great
Was it
American
Judgment
Bash
Day?
We
2004.
hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Let's not all talk at the same time.
So it was Great American Bash.
Mhm.
Then there was
Okay.
the other one was it was either Judgment Day or Armageddon. For whatever reason, JBL blades like super deep.
Oh man.
I had no idea.
So it was JBL and John Cena,
Judgment Day 2000.
and they both had like red faces.
Yeah, that match was brutal. It was an I Quit match.
These are the matches I have no idea about. This is way before I started. This is almost a decade before I started watching.
You should watch them because they're both great matches.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But,
one weekend, I need to just go on the network and just watch stuff.
Yeah, all the pay-per-views are there, man.
Well, we're off topic.
Anyway.
Yeah. Getting back on topic.
So, I forgot exactly where we were. We're talking about the Undertaker, guys.
Yes.
His career is so long. Yes. Some people have like grown up and had children. Like some people were children when they started watching Undertaker, and they've been able to watch introduce Undertaker to their kids.
Yeah, that's insane to think about.
That's crazy to think, man.
Yeah, that's a if you want to talk storied career, that is the definition of a storied career.
So let's start with let's do the streak. Let's talk about the streak. So as I already said, the Undertaker had several matches. They built him with squash matches, and then like his first legitimate match was his feud with Jimmy Snuka at WrestleMania. That was like, I think it was the first match. It wasn't really a squash match, but it was still pretty quick.
Yeah, it was WrestleMania 7.
Yeah, yes, Denzel. I appreciate you. Let me talk. But
Thanks, Ford.
Then we built like this thing. I don't even know if they intended on keeping this guy from losing, but we built this thing at WrestleMania. And like a lot of times WrestleMania streaks go really unrecognized.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Edge was undefeated at WrestleMania for a while. I think Rob Van Dam was as well.
Yes.
He actually still is.
I know Edge was, because that was the Denzel, you can help me with this, but Mania, was it 23? 4? The Edge
Which
match.
one? Which one?
For the World Heavyweight Championship.
That was Mania 24.
24. Okay.
See, I know my stuff too.
He had a streak. Edge had a streak match as well. So it was kind of a streak versus streak, if you will.
It was. Mm-hmm. So Rob, right now, Rob Van Dam, because he's still wrestling, is 4-0 at WrestleMania.
Crazy to think. He's still undefeated at Mania, but he probably won't come back.
Yeah, I was about to say, because he probably won't ever come back. He'll be like the only person that remains undefeated at Mania. Well, I'm sure there are others, but like
The Miz was undefeated at Mania for a few years.
Didn't he lose to Seth and Finn Balor at Mania 34?
The Miz?
Yeah, well, the first time he actually had lost at Mania was Mania 32 in the ladder match.
Oh, the ladder match, yeah. Does that count? It kind of counts.
But didn't he lose at WrestleMania 25 or 26? One of those when he was tagging with Morrison.
Did he?
I don't know.
Give me a minute.
Anyway, let's leave that alone. Let's leave that alone because we could.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
We could talk about it like on a different episode, but
that's true.
Definitely a great streak that Rob Van Dam has. Edge kind of sacrificed his streak to lose to the Undertaker, and even in speaking of matches at WrestleMania, even working with Undertaker at WrestleMania is a huge deal.
Yeah, I mean, we saw in the last ride, we saw Roman Reigns give the line, "I'm about to do the biggest business of my career," and this is post streak loss Taker, and it was still like this prestigious moment that Roman kind of recognized. All right, this is huge for me. I got to go and do something with this.
Right. So, like,
it's always been a post Ric Flair at was it Mania 17 or 18 where he faced Flair? 18. Yeah, because he took one of those Manias off.
Mm-hmm.
Where they started treating it like a streak.
I'd say it was after Big Show and A-Train.
Well, I only say Ric Flair because nobody on commentary really like mentioned it. But after that match, he was American Badass, and they counted on his fingers to 10
Yeah, he was.
to
Yeah,
the camera.
he was like 10. I was like, oh shit, that's great.
And I think that's when they kind of started to treat it as such.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what was your favorite streak match?
Ooh.
Is anybody going first, or can I
I'll
take
go
the
first.
reins?
I thought you were going first.
I'll go.
I can take the reins.
All right.
Or go ahead, Mr. Commissioner.
Look at that,
Yeah,
guys.
commission- Yeah, commissioner is going first. All right.
Good with me.
I told I believe I've told Denzel this already, and I've told the top guy this as well. And I think Captain, I've told you this as well. My favorite streak match has to be the WrestleMania 28 Hell in a Cell match with Hunter.
You and I are the same on this. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, I think at a tie, it would have to be Shawn Michaels versus Taker at WrestleMania 25. Sorry, guys.
Yep, absolutely.
Not
you mirror my sentiments perfectly.
And at a close third has to be WrestleMania X8, which was Ric Flair
Wait a minute.
versus.
I'm not. I said one.
But I'm sorry.
I said what?
It's like I like this one and I like this one. So
and Batista versus Taker was
shut
awesome.
the hell up. Damn. It's like,
oh my god.
God, bro. I said one.
But yeah, I agree with
so
Hell in a
he
Cell.
reminds me of this one time where it was like I was at a wrestling show. I was at my first WWE show, and this guy asked me what was my favorite wrestler, and I like this one, 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 and my brother-in-law was like, you can't like have multiple favorites, and at that time I was like, yeah, but if somebody asks you what was your favorite, you don't just get to sit here and be like, I like this one, and I like this one, and I like this one.
For anybody who, I think that was on episode 1 of The Last Ride.
Yeah.
The Last Ride review. I think it was. I think we were talking with Wayne about it. For anybody who hasn't seen The Last Ride episodes, go watch them. There's some cool stuff in there. By the way, you totally called the Undertaker being cryogenically frozen before it was revealed.
Yeah. So,
you 100%.
Why do you always have to be right?
Somebody go look up the recording date of that because it shows it on Anchor. Somebody find the upload date of that, and you will see that we uploaded that before WWE put out that teaser video on social media. And Jay was like, so I called this.
So it was like a few days before. I think I watched it the next day. I'm on Anchor right now. Shout outs to Anchor, by the way. We're at 303 plays, and it's great. I didn't think we would make it this far.
Woohoo!
Undertaker sickle.
I'm sad. I'm out of beer now.
It's okay. It's okay.
It happens.
So 2 months. Okay, I know it was 2 months ago, but like, do I get a day?
Oh, does it not give an exact date? I thought it did.
No. So it was 2 months ago. Oh, May 18th. So I said it on May 13th, and then on May 18th, they posted that clip.
Wow, that's crazy. That's very crazy.
It's like they paid me to do this or something.
Ooh.
Oh God, if only.
They should. Honestly, they should.
Like we always say, the most underrated wrestling podcast in the history of wrestling podcasts.
So I'll take this next one. See, since we're talking about me being right and whatnot, my favorite streak match was is it a streak match? It's the end of the streak. So
say it first.
So it's Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker at WrestleMania
Really?
30, yeah.
30.
And the
2014.
And the reason that is because I called it. And honestly, I was almost shocked to see it myself, even though I had already come to like terms in my head that this was it. But the ending of the match was sudden, you know.
Well, yeah, he got concussed in the match. I think they had to end it early.
Well, I don't know if that was the finish or not, but let me say this: it shocked the hell out of everybody.
Oh man.
The best meme to ever come out of wrestling is that black guy in the front row with his jaw dropped
Ellis
so
the
far
Bay.
wide. Yeah, him.
What's his name?
He
Ellis Mbaye.
Ellis
Yeah.
Mbaye.
Mm-hmm.
fucking
Are you
bald
serious?
black dude with the best
Look it up.
Yeah,
the best facial expression on planet Earth.
Ellis Mbaye.
man.
ELLISMBEH.
Shout out to Ellis for the best wrestling meme to ever come out of WrestleMania.
Man. And it's
Wow.
crazy.
Just those
Wow.
3 seconds that he's on screen is so funny. Just we've seen everybody losing their minds, and you just see this. It's so funny.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that dude's face when I was watching Mania 30, I was like, "Oh wow, it's over."
I mean, that is the
I couldn't even
embodiment of
believe
what
it when they
everybody
counted
was
3.
feeling.
I thought they made a
Yeah.
mistake or something.
So
I was like, "There's no way."
so let me give you sort of a insight into what happened leading up to WrestleMania.
Okay.
To that WrestleMania. I said this months out. I'm like, y'all, Undertaker's not beating Brock Lesnar. And Facebook went crazy. Everybody, I have this one guy, he follows, I don't know if he listens, but we're friends on Facebook. And he was so adamant that I think he still thinks wrestling is real. Let me put it that way.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Grown ass man still thinking wrestling is real. Nothing wrong with that. It's just hey,
Wow.
look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If that floats your boat, if that's the carrot for your rabbit, go ahead. You feel me?
Damn.
But he was trying to tell me how wrong I was and how this wasn't going to happen, but it did. And when it happened, timeline was crickets, silent. And I think I told y'all. Because y'all know I'm petty. Y'all know me by now.
That's true. Well, how were you what was your feeling after it? Obviously you're I was right, but were you a little
I regretted
dejected
being
at the streak being ended?
I regretted being right for the first time in my life.
And only time.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Oh man.
But I saw it coming, and I just wish they would have given it to somebody else, someone who needed it. But
Yeah.
I'm happy it happened.
Bray Wyatt. What?
I do think it would have. So my top 3 people who should have beaten the streak. I said this already, but Roman Reigns, John Cena, and what was my third? I forgot. Roman Reigns, John Cena, and
Sean?
No, somebody else said Sean. I didn't think that makes sense.
I said Sean.
You said Sean. Who else should?
Yeah, Feslo and I said Sean. Did you say Batista or was that somebody else?
That was somebody else. So
Orton?
Nah, it doesn't
No,
matter.
that was the commissioner.
It doesn't matter. But
No, that was me. Oh, I screwed up, guys.
Yeah, you said Orton. Yeah.
Orton.
I mean, it honestly
for somebody who should beat the streak.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, for me,
are we doing that right now?
no, I'm.
No, I was just.
But honestly, it doesn't matter in my third. But I think someone else should have beaten the streak. It should have built a bigger star.
I agree.
With what we got with the Fiend, do I think Bray Wyatt should have beaten Undertaker? Absolutely not.
That's true. But now we know we're probably not getting a Fiend redemption match, though I kind of wish we would.
We might.
Right.
Maybe, but I doubt it.
Because if it's a Fiend match, if you think about it, he doesn't have to wrestle.
That is true.
Like Wyatt and
Oh,
Cena
yeah,
didn't wrestle.
True.
The Firefly Funhouse match wasn't really a match.
No, it was just
Nope.
like dope cinematics. Like he doesn't have to wrestle.
Hey Jay.
They went through John
Uh-huh.
Cena's career. That was about it.
Hey Jay.
What's up?
It was such good shit.
It was such good shit. It was
Oh,
such
man.
good shit.
It really was though. Not even a throwaway line. That was just true.
No, they were
The fact
right.
that they got a Vince McMahon caricature to say that on air at WrestleMania is the best.
Yeah.
It's just the best. Anyway,
Yeah. So, who didn't go yet?
I mean, I already said Mania 28, but I'll expand a little bit and say that it is the best storytelling match of the streak, in my opinion.
Okay.
That moment where we said this on the other one, but that moment where Michaels hits the super kick as the referee, and Taker falls into the pedigree, and everybody thinks the streak is over right then and there. Everybody's like, okay, that's the end. That these are the two biggest names against Taker. This is it. And with a centimeter of space between the mat and the ref's hand, Taker kicks out, and everybody loses their mind. There is no better visual or in-ring storytelling that I can ever come to mind. When you give a classic example of in-ring storytelling and fan reaction and fan engagement, that is the moment that you should say.
Okay. Like
That's why it's my favorite.
I can appreciate that. That match was a great story match for me as well.
Yes. I don't think it's the best worked match. I think that's Shawn and Taker at Mania 25.
Well,
But from a storyline perspective, it's not even close.
so the way I see that is, the big brother did it, so the little brother had to do it. And did the little brother do as great of a job? No, but I mean he tried.
Yeah. Amazing match.
The story was better than the match. I was in a Hell in a Cell, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Hell in a Cell.
That was a great Hell in a Cell
Mania
match
28.
that no one had to jump off of anything for.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're looking at you, Shane, Mania 32.
Damn Shane.
Hey, that was a good match, kind of.
Is it your favorite?
It was okay.
No, it's not my favorite.
Well, all right then.
He said Mania 28, like me.
Yeah.
I think
Mr. Quarter.
The cool.
Mr. Quarter, what's your match?
Oh, my favorite streak match is Taker and Shawn Mania 26.
Okay, moving on.
Really?
Yeah, I
Huh.
like that. I like that one a lot better. Well, because of the story of career versus streak. I enjoyed the match as a whole. I especially loved at the end where Taker's telling Shawn to stay down, and Shawn, does Taker's signature pose and slaps him, and then Taker does that jumping tombstone. Like, I really enjoyed that. But the match as a whole was just beautiful. Now I won't say it was better than Mania 25, but overall, I enjoyed it, and that's my favorite one.
Solid.
Yeah, pretty solid.
It's a better story match than 25, but I still say the best worked match of the streak is Mania 25.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if I had since
Even if Taker almost died.
Oh man, I almost broke his damn neck.
Wait,
Yeah.
since the commissioner did it, I'd say my second would be the CM Punk match.
Yes, that's a very good match, and it kind of gets overlooked a little bit.
Because he's not there anymore, yeah. But I mean, that would have been a great time to break the streak too.
Man, CM
Yeah.
Punk, man, if he would have broke the
Right
streak
after
that night, oh.
Right after the death of Paul Bearer, and
And
you just make Punk the biggest heel possible. Yeah.
yeah, so like, and there's your explanation of why the streak was broken right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Paul Bearer died, and Undertaker's power died with him. So
Wow.
I wouldn't go that.
I mean,
far.
they did that story. Well, they did that story in the early 90s. They did that in him against Yokozuna with all the lumberjacks, like 1992 or three.
So I wouldn't
forget
go
which one.
93.
I wouldn't go as far
93,
as
yeah.
to say that the Undertaker's power died, because that would shit on like years worth of story, and that's terrible. And I feel like you need to go sit in the corner for that, because that was the shittiest thing you said all night.
You said that was
Well,
what?
he is a dirty quarter.
That was the shittiest thing you said all night.
Well, damn. Okay.
Like, his power died. What the fuck? You just ruined like 20 years of storytelling.
Hey, if it worked in 1993, it can definitely work when the fuck was Mania 29?
2013.
7 years ago, so 2013.
Fuck that.
If it worked in 1993, it can work 20 years later.
And that's why WWE is in a shithole, Vince McMahon.
That's definitely true.
Hey, Vinnie Mac be making that money though.
That's true.
And
he could be making more money though.
No, honestly, I don't.
He surrounds himself with yes men like John Laurinaitis. Hey, CM Punk, you all right?
So listen, I don't think he would make any more money trying to please the internet wrestling community, because we are a fickle group of people.
This is true.
That's not gonna make him more money. However, it might make people watch more. So like, it might not make him more physical money, but it'd make he'd get more ad revenue if that's a thing.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Well, the ratings would go back up.
Maybe, but most people don't. Even people that like WWE, a lot don't necessarily watch on actual cable television. Most of it's kind of like YouTube now.
And that's fine, honestly, that's great. I think the band,
more access to Taker matches.
I think the band next door started playing again. I caught them. I caught the recording at a good time before they were playing. I don't see it on my my little waveform here, but I caught it at a good time, and I thought they would just shut up, but
and they got louder.
That never happens.
No,
I think they got louder.
No, they didn't get louder. They started again. So like I was sitting here and I'm like, okay, I got home at whatever time I got home, and
right.
they were playing, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do this right now, because clearly I'd have to be competing with the band that didn't quite make it.
Oh,
because they don't sound that bad, but you can tell they didn't quite.
Little Green.
Yeah, they was on the cusp. They didn't quite make it to the record deal. They didn't. Yeah, they were almost there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they started up again, and I don't know how this works, because they're in an apartment. They're in the first story apartment of like the 4-unit complex over there, and it's almost 9:00. So somebody's gonna call the police. I should call the police. I should be like, hey. Not only are they over there playing loud music at this hour, but none of them have masks on. And there's no social distancing.
Wow.
Just going to say it now. Don't survive 2020. Don't be a dick. Wear your fucking mask.
Please wear your mask. Let me turn my volume down.
Let's just get over this pandemic, and then we can do a roundtable at, I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah,
Top Guy residence or somewhere. I want to do an in-person roundtable, because that could be such an interesting
that was fun the first time we did it.
Exactly.
Or at the Commissioner's Cafe.
No.
Hey.
You have a cafe? The hell?
You have a cafe?
You have a cafe? What the hell?
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it's called the KK Cafe.
Oh, hell
Whoa,
no.
wait a minute.
Wow.
No.
I ain't going nowhere with a whole bunch of K's. Fuck that.
Yeah, we're leaving that. We're leaving that way behind. We're gonna talk more about the Undertaker. We're leaving that way behind.
I want to hear the top guy pressing the backspace button.
But
just loud, just like
that's
backspace,
not gonna
backspace.
do anything. That's not gonna change what you said, you ass.
So we've all said our favorite streak match. No. We're moving past it. You don't get to clarify. You stuck by that now.
Yeah, no. This is what you know. What I rescind your plug that I gave earlier in the show.
Dang.
You already gave it. Can you rescind it?
I can do whatever
the
fuck I want.
The powers that be are going to remove.
I mean,
it
is your podcast, so yeah, you can do whatever.
I'm
you
gonna edit that shit out.
This is a co-effort here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain.
It's like a 60-40.
Damn right.
Both of you guys podcast.
Yeah, it's ran by
60-40.
It's like a 60-40.
Okay, I do like all the social media and all the editing. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I do everything else.
But anyway, we're off topic.
And I have all the stuff though. I bought it with my own money.
Well, okay, you had a lot of it already, and you needed a new computer anyway.
Like I literally had to buy like
shell out money for it. Yeah,
I had to. It was like
to be fair, I was about to buy like an actual legit headset and microphone and stuff. Like I told you this, and then car trouble.
I feel it, but
life is a pain in the ass.
Like I had to get a whole new desktop setup because my other stuff wouldn't work.
Ooh. Hey, it's a nice setup though.
Yeah, it's really nice. I gotta send a picture with the laptop on it.
Hey.
But yeah.
Anyway, once again, the second turnbuckle wrestling tangent here, in full force.
So we touched on his career. What's your favorite Taker persona?
The era, like Mania's 25 through 28. So I guess you could call it midlife crisis Taker.
Oh no!
Wow. I don't really know what else to call it. It's not really an actual midlife crisis, but I mean he was the most mature in terms of experience and moveset that he was in the ring. He was peak storytelling from a psychology perspective and an in-ring perspective. I mean, I don't think there's any better Taker now or even when he first debuted. And those early years, the Ministry of Darkness Taker, I don't think even that holds up in terms of in-ring work. But I also don't know much about that. It wasn't around that long. So yeah, I also don't know much about that time frame. So I could just be blowing smoke out of my ass. But I mean, that's my favorite era of Taker.
Well, I mean, you're not blowing smoke out of your ass if you didn't watch that era. Like, I'll do mine. My favorite era.
Well, I mean, it could be ill-informed, not tirade, but it could be an ill-informed thing, if you will.
I mean, people still think that El Generico runs a orphanage in Mexico. So.
Oh my God.
What do you mean? He doesn't?
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. All right. That's.
What happened?
The end of mine. My thumb was hovering over the, what's it called? The mute button.
The muter.
The muter.
All right. Come on with that bullshit, Mr. Sock Monkey.
Oh, okay, fine. What's the question?
Never mind. Skip. Anyway.
No. I deserve a chance to speak. So what was the question?
I mean, so I'm going to give mine to remind you of the question. My favorite era of The Undertaker was the Teddy Long punishment Undertaker.
You're going one-on-one with The Undertaker. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. So
okay.
So
can the commissioner go? No.
No, fuck you. I'm talking. Shit.
Oh,
you get to wait for the top guy to finish.
Yeah, fuck all that.
And then you make out.
So, yeah, as I was saying, there was like this whole time where Teddy Long would use Undertaker as like a punishment, and they built him to be like this badass that couldn't be beat by like conventional means. Like you couldn't pin the Undertaker. If you pinned the Undertaker, it was a big deal. You had to hit the Undertaker with the most devastating move in all of professional wrestling. I'm talking
Oh my
about the
God.
dick kick.
Oh my God.
Even if you even if you
Jesus.
hit him with that really overstated, like almost crease of your elbow to the groin, it's still considered a dick kick.
Yeah, a la AJ and Shinsuke.
Yeah, that was now they went a little too far.
They went a little too far. a little is an understatement.
Don't remind me.
We
We're
just
not.
did.
I mean, you said don't remind me, so you chose to think about it any further than the statement.
Okay, fine.
Exactly.
All right. So my favorite Undertaker era happens to be the biker known as the American Badass. This was during the time of WrestleMania X7. I think that he played the heel character very, very well, and he really beat up, very softly and very gently beat up David Flair.
Yeah. It's funny. That's a good Mania. X7 is damn good.
I need to watch it.
Have you never seen X7? Even I've seen X7.
Oh no, it's not X7, it's X8.
You said X7.
I know.
you said
My apologies.
I know the
X8.
X's are great WrestleManias, but I don't have time to nostalgia watch.
I mean, 11 is not fantastic.
11 was a bad one, but 9 is the worst.
X9.
10 was really good.
No, WrestleMania 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was talking about. I
WrestleMania
wasn't
9.
talking
WrestleMania
about.
10 was good.
But I wasn't talking about bad X WrestleMania. I said like the X's, like the X WrestleManias when it was doing X7, X8, X whatever. Those were really good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to 9. I don't know how we got.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
Y'all just talking out the side of your fucking neck. Like, come on, stick to the topic.
come on, bro.
Are you Matt Riddle?
We'd like to not mention his name in this time.
Okay, hold on, guys. Heavy sigh. Come on with your shit, Mr. Quarter.
Okay.
Wow.
That's why it's a heavy sigh.
Oh, anyway, my favorite persona of Undertaker was Ministry of Darkness.
My favorite persona of the Undertaker is the Ministry of
Dang!
Darkness.
Now you just got to make fun of me because I picked Ministry of Darkness Undertaker.
No, it's just the way you said it. You sound like you're half asleep.
What if we actually
you? I
are?
am not.
My favorite version of the Undertaker is
Sounds like my ex.
the Ministry of
Oh my
Darkness.
God.
Oh my god.
She sound ugly. Why'd you end up with her?
Oh damn.
Dang.
He wonders that himself.
Well, hey. Community college does a lot to you, man.
Oh, that's true. Dude, that's very true.
No, community. Listen. What school did you go to?
San Bernardino Valley College.
Oh,
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, y'all should have.
That's where I met the commissioner.
Y'all should have went to Chafee.
and
Hell no.
I was there for a little bit.
Captain and Denzel, aka the Quarter, knows who I'm talking about, which I will not say her
Yes,
name.
we do. No, don't. But
I know
yes,
who
we
you're talking
know.
about. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Y'all should have went to Chafee.
We know exactly. Chafee sucks, though.
My wife went to Chafee,
Oh.
and the women looked.
I was
better.
there for.
Why the fuck did she go to Chafee?
I guess it was close to her house.
Oh,
Makes sense. Anyway, Quarter, why is it Ministry of Darkness?
okay.
Enlighten me.
Honestly, I just like the look of it. Him coming down from the Raptors with the big old cape. He looked like Dracula. I enjoyed it, and he got a WWF title run during that.
So you enjoyed
that
it
was also nice.
because he looked.
Well,
like
he had
Dracula.
a good rivalry with he had a good rivalry with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So you enjoyed him because he looked like Dracula, and
Because he
came
had a
down
good
from the
feud with
ceiling.
Stone Cold during that time. So yeah.
Fun fact: he was champion one day after I was born.
Oh, okay.
He won.
Oh, that's
he
right.
won the WWF or no, he won the big gold belt.
No, he won
He
the
won the World
WWF
Heavyweight
title from Psycho
Championship, I
Sid.
think. Yeah,
The
March
big gold
23rd,
wasn't in WWE
1997.
at that time.
Oh yeah, then it would have been the WWF one. Yeah, he won it right after, literally right the day after I was born, March 23rd, 1997.
And now you co-host the wrestling podcast with 8 estimated audience size.
Hey, it's 8 more than we had in 2017.
Yeah.
We were doing something in 2017. Anyway,
Yeah, but then we fell off.
Yeah, then life happened.
life happens
happened.
to everybody. I'm so glad we found
It's
this.
true.
This.
Hi, kitty.
I thought you hate the cat.
My cat just ran. No, not that cat. My parents' cats.
Oh.
He just ran by. I tried to pet him, and he's being a little shit.
Oh wow.
Anyway.
We love animals here at the Second Turnbuckle Podcast.
So do I.
Yes,
but
we
he's
do.
he's denying. You're denying my affection, Toby.
He's not your slave.
Oh,
Whoa.
Shut the
Whoa.
fuck up.
Whoa. Demonetization now.
Man, you were the one that. Never mind.
What did I do? What did I do?
You said the word that rhymes with brave.
Go away.
Oh, you're offended. I'm sorry. I apologize.
we gonna have an open commissioner position in a minute.
Hey, you shut up before you get fired.
Damn.
We need to get we need to start with a disclaimer at the end, at the beginning of every episode, where our opinions do not reflect that of the entirety of the podcast, and that whatever we say is merely opinion and not fact, unless we say it's fact.
We should like save all the demonetization for the Sock Monkey Mike channel, so he doesn't make any money.
Oh,
wow.
Because every time he comes over here, he talks about the demonetization of the Second Turnbuckle Podcast. If I get demonetized, I'm taking money from your paycheck.
Uh-oh.
Okay, dang.
Are you going to garnish his wages to pay for another podcast?
I am. It's gonna say medical, Social Security. Fuck you, Mike.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm sorry that it made you feel that way, sir. Would you like to talk about it?
I said what I said.
Talk about the Undertaker.
He said what he said.
I said what I said. Now we're moving on.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah.
What's the next topic?
So how'd you guys feel about the streak ending?
Loved it.
Hey Kirk, you're gonna hate me, but that cricket, it followed you.
I know. I can see it. The funny thing, I can see it walking. I can literally see it. But if I get up, I know it's gonna run away, and I don't. Get the fuck out of here. Go away. I can see you. You piece of. Okay.
Dude, go kill it.
All right, I'll be right back.
And then there were 3.
The real trio of professional wrestlers.
Son of a bitch! I was right. It jumped away.
Yeah. It felt you coming.
So for anybody that obviously you wouldn't know because you're not here with me, but I'm sitting in a doorway, right, in a garage, so that you don't hear the wind, but with the door open, so it's not so echoey, and I can like talk out towards the door, and it's there again. Are you joking?
Oh my goodness.
It came back. It's mocking me.
Mm-hmm.
Go away. I'm gonna fucking beat the fuck out of you.
It wants to give its opinions on the Undertaker.
It fucking jumped away again.
Yeah, it doesn't want to die, man.
And there's another one now, but it's way the fuck over there. God damn it. All right.
They're both Undertaker fans. Guys, the Undertaker's influence has reached past the reach of humans, and the animal kingdom now respects this man as well.
They're walking away. Why am I so fascinated by this? They're literally walking away, and I'm watching them walk away.
I thought they just hopped
Go
everywhere.
faster. Well, I say walk. It's kind of like... Well, no, that's grasshoppers. They're kind of walking. Go away.
That's like a mile in my shoes.
They were like...
It's still fucking chirping. I can see it sitting.
It's cursing you out now.
Oh.
Fuck you,
yeah,
Kirk.
Probably.
You said you had the fans' opinions. We're never listening to your podcast again.
He's listening to this podcast.
I'm going to tweet about this.
Did they pull out little cricket phones? Wait a minute. Cricket what?
They're all cricket wireless.
Oh, no. God damn it.
All right, where were I've completely forgotten the point now.
Okay, what was your opinion on the streak ending?
Oh yes, the streak. Okay, so funny thing is that match is the very first Undertaker match I ever saw. So I really had no idea. Like, people flipped out, and I was confused. Like, I just saw a match between two people, and I was like, why is everybody losing their... Was this like a high betting odds match that I just don't know about? And then, of course, over time, I learned more and more about it. So I guess my end point is, in the moment, I did... Well, first off, in the moment, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it until later in the year. But my first opinion of it was I was apathetic because I had no idea. As I went later on, I hate the decision more and more, mainly because I don't really care for Brock Lesnar as a WWE wrestler. I would much prefer him go back to UFC, but that's not the point of this podcast. So I would have much rather he lost it to somebody else. I know, I understand, like, when Paul Heyman talks about it, he was like, there was nobody at that time that it could have gone to, which I agree. When Mania 30 came around, there was nobody else that had that prestige that they could have. Punk was gone by that point, so
I feel like you should have waited.
yeah, if you could have waited to Bray or to Roman, or to just probably to Roman. I don't know that he would have dropped it to Bray, but
He should have dropped
regardless,
it to Roman.
I understand. I understand why it had to be done, but I'm also perfectly entitled to not like it, and I'm not a fan.
All right, Mike, you're up.
The match sucked too, by the way.
Okay, but Mike, you're up.
Okay. So when the streak had ended, I'll be honest, I was shocked, just like everybody else was, because I wasn't shocked over the result, as more I was shocked at how fast it ended.
That's what she said.
Oh,
You're
my God.
No, I'm not saying anything. Anyways, let me keep my composure. But yeah, this is from the Buddha head talking. Anyways,
The what? I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. Anyways,
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing, sir.
You call me what?
Anyways.
No. We're not just about to speed past that.
No. I didn't say anything, Mr. Potato Head. Anyways.
Mr. Potato. Oh, okay. You want to talk about my head? Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, Mike. Okay, I see you.
You started some shit, Commissioner. I ain't backing you up on this.
All right. Wait a minute. Wait up. Nope.
Starting mess again.
Nope, we're not done. Okay. Michael Wexler. Profile pictures.
No kayfabe.
Why do you look like you're 40 when you're 20? Oh, Benjamin Buttonhead ass. Don't come for me.
Benjamin Button.
Damn.
My brother just walked into the garage. What's up?
I have no words.
That's right.
I have no words for
30 when you were 13.
I have no words for a wannabe Mark Henry.
And your mustache doesn't connect. Talk to me when that happens.
I'll do that once you get some proper eyeglass wear and it's not crooked.
Is this a live feud developing?
At least my eyebrows don't connect in the middle.
At least I'm not mugging on my profile picture.
So we're just gonna let y'all duke it out for like 5 minutes. We're gonna let y'all duke it out for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna get back to Taker.
Wait, hold on. That was trash. I'm gonna let you try it again.
You're gonna let me try it again? Well, I'm gonna tell you something, Mr. Top Guy, Mr. Quote Unquote Champ. Okay, you like to always diss on me, just like that dirty ass quarter. First of all,
you know what, Commissioner?
But you started it though.
I didn't start.
Yeah, just like you start the bullshit with me, Mr. Commissioner. But
So
that
here's
ain't
the
none of
thing.
my business.
But you sit here and say Buddha head and potato head, and then you get offended when someone responds to your 15-year-old insults.
Dang, that's sad.
So it's like now you're offended because someone pressed you about it, and you want to say you're always disrespecting me, brother. My guy, I keep telling everyone you can poke the bear so many times, but I do this.
Anyways, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Corder, what were your thoughts on the streak ending?
Mm-hmm.
When it came to the streak ending, well, I was in complete shock like everybody else, but I was also in denial because I thought I saw Undertaker kick out. So when everyone had their reactions, I was like, "Wait, hold on." I was like, "Did he not kick out just now?"
Nope.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, never mind." And then everybody had the reaction. I'm like, "Oh, it's over. He lost. He didn't kick out."
No, he didn't kick out.
Yeah, I was just sitting there
And then
like
they flashed the ever famous 21 and 1.
and 1.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there. I was sitting there sad and just in disbelief.
Like you are now?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, those flashbacks, man. Those still hurt me. But
Vietnam flashbacks?
Yeah.
Taker losing the streak is the equivalent to Vietnam flashbacks for people. Sometimes.
Whoa.
No, it is. I've met somebody who, like, not necessarily traumatized by it, but they get, like, genuinely really upset when they think about Taker's streak ending. Like, they cried once in front of me, and I was, like, totally shocked.
They
Like,
cried
why are
in
you
front of you?
crying? And they were,
Dang, really?
yeah,
Huh.
yeah. Denzel, you know this person. I'll tell you later.
Oh yeah, please do.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I'm not. Well, you know how I feel. I already talked about it, but I don't. I can't.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't cry.
agree.
I was just
Yeah.
sad.
I don't.
Yeah,
think I can-
it's a very cathartic feeling. I'm sure for some people, I was confused as fuck, but I'm sure for people that were like either there during his debut or grew up with American Badass, like in the Commissioner's case, like seeing that loss, it had to have been very cathartic.
I mean, it wasn't cathartic for me because I figure how the guy was getting older then. Like, so the when people say I'm glad the Undertaker retired, he should have retired a long time ago. I don't think he should have retired a long time ago. However, I think that spot should have been relegated to somebody else, and somebody had to break the streak. Like in wrestling, you always go out.
Yes.
You go out putting someone else over, and like I feel like that was the perfect time, but I just feel like it wasn't the right guy. Like, what did Brock Lesnar gain from that?
So, if I may ask, who do you guys think should have been the right guy?
Bray Wyatt,
Goldberg.
John Cena. Fuck that. Bray Wyatt,
Did
John
you just
Cena.
say Goldberg?
I'm joking. Honestly, I really the more Jay talks about it, the more and more I really think it should have been Roman Reigns, especially with how much we've now know from the last ride that Taker respects Roman as kind of a locker room leader, kind of in the same way that Taker was in the 2000s and on. Like, as the more and more he says about it, the more and more I'm like, God, you know what? He's right. Like, Roman probably should have been the one. And as much as it would have pissed people off, it could have launched a Rock-esque career.
But that's what you
People
need.
were already mad at Roman. Yeah. People were already mad at Roman. Why not give it that little extra push? It's like when Blanc-Pierre said in one of the how they should have booked ending the Taker streak. If you do it with John Cena with the heel turn, you create a massive movement. If Roman beats the streak in 2017 when fans are already turning on him as the next big babyface of the company, this corporate pushed character gimmick that everyone saw through, it could have launched a Rock-type career. And it probably should have.
Oh, it should have, all right.
Definitely.
So, does that answer your question, Mr. Sock Monkey?
Mr. Yes, it does. To me, I think Batista should have beat the streak. That's just me. But
he was so like. Only reason I disagree with you there is because he was about to leave.
well, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like I mentioned before,
Maybe if he beats the streak, they see a little more value in Batista and they try to keep him there.
But Batista, like he went. So here's the thing: when Batista debuted on the main roster, he was already really old.
True. Him and Triple H are the same age.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
They are. Yeah.
So like
how old are they?
Old.
Or when they debuted? Do you know?
come on, Encyclopedia.
I would say late 30s. Mid to late 30s.
So. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So when Triple H was wrestling in like 2008, he was what, early 40s?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like so that wasn't his first choice, you know.
Oh, Batista?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead air.
Dead ass.
I wonder how many people like said backstage like to Taker, this is the guy who should beat it. And how many of those guys, like we know Edge said no, I won't beat him. We know Orton said no, hell no. We like how many people were brought up as a potential streak ending match that said no.
So that's
because they had that much respect for the character.
So that has to be a double-edged sword, you know, because it's like if you don't respect Undertaker and you're like, yeah, I think I should be the guy, then you don't get the match. It's kind of like
right, of course.
You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody
that can get you in trouble.
Everybody that had faced Taker during that time before Brock, do you think they had a good chance of beating the streak, or no? It was always meant for Brock.
I think believably there were a few you could have. Like I would have liked if they weren't going to do Brock and if they weren't going to do Roman. My next choice would be Randy Orton because that story gets a huge boost, and Orton maybe doesn't need it. There's an argument there. Like he's already a Hall of Famer. He had the career without beating the streak, so there's an argument for it.
So let me make that interesting, okay? So
go for it.
Michelle McCool is already a wrestler, so we can punt her in the head, right?
Oh man.
So no, like so you have Randy Orton give Michelle McCool the punt, and then you have Taker lose in disqualification.
Would you want the streak to end like that, though?
God, I don't know about that.
Because that
exactly. That's a
like.
Although to be fair, the way it did end didn't go over very well either. So
I mean, that's the controversy there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what I'm trying to do. So if we can't build the next top star, and you give it to Orton, which Orton didn't need it either. I think he was like an 11-time World Heavyweight Champion at that time.
Was the year of Mania 30
at that time? Was champion. No.
Well, the year of Mania 30, Orton was the champion because the titles had just been unified. So yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm talking about WrestleMania 30. I'm not talking about.
So keep the time frame. Keep the time frame, but insert Orton instead.
Yeah. So like that's my only other caveat. So if someone were to end the streak, it would have had to be someone who faced Undertaker before.
Okay.
So if it's not Cena and it's not Roman, then it has to be someone who's faced him before. And the only three people I would put in that category is Randy Orton, CM Punk, and Edge.
Oh, CM Punk comes back the year after Mania 29 after losing the Taker, and he's like, I want another shot at you.
Right.
That'd be huge.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
No, that's not what she said. She said what she said earlier.
Oh my God.
You have no replay button. I didn't say. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I could edit.
We should get a replay button. We should get a replay button.
There is no replay button. You just take the audio and you edit it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, but if we had a replay button, I don't know how that would even work. But
exactly.
we have a get the fuck out of my face.
No, so it'd be one of those things. It'd be one of those things where you have to like. you have to like drop a time mark and figure out what you're gonna want to replay. So then, even if you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to replay this, but like you can't. So, like you don't know what's gonna be replay worthy.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's the only way the streak could have worked, in my opinion. So if it's not Cena and it's not Reigns, which honestly Cena didn't need it because you bring up
Cena doesn't need it.
But like if he was gonna stay with the company and do one more heel run, I would like to see that.
I will say this: I would have much rather see Cena take the streak than I would have rather than him beat the Nexus in 2010.
So
Agreed.
Okay, so we'll save that for the what if episode. So
Yes.
But here's the thing: if you have Undertaker, if you have Cena retire Undertaker, the person who beat Cena is like gonna gain all that heat. Like that's the kind of heat that goes from person to person. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
Let's think about this. What if Cena? You know, say if Cena would have had the heel turn. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me pitch this. I want to say it. Okay, so say if Cena did turn heel and beat Taker. Now, what if they would have, had Roman face Cena?
Then Cena would have been
down the line.
Then Cena would have been the face in the match.
Yes.
Okay.
Who do you have?
Well, we have to put it. If we keep the same time frame, Roman was still the antithesis of WWE in the eyes of the fans. That's not going to change, even if you have Cena, who's been historically, especially in the 2010s, booed out of the building by the fans until like 2014, 2015. So it'd still be the same thing.
So here's my thing: if Cena would have ended the streak, this is completely fantasy booking. I'd have Cena go on for about 18 months being the hottest heel in the company. And who returns to beat John Cena but CM Punk?
Reignite their 2010 or 2011. Their 2011 feud.
Yeah, and have CM Punk retire John Cena so he can go make movies.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You also give another Summer of Punk-esque moment.
Yeah,
who knows? He can go on to hold the WWE Championship for over a year again.
So it'd either be CM Punk or my second runner up would be Daniel Bryan coming out of retirement.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know about Daniel Bryan. Yes, from a fan perspective, that would be cool. I personally, I don't know.
So like,
does Daniel Bryan have the not believability, but does he have the prestige in character that it would take? I don't know.
So the only difference between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk is CM Punk had like that feud. Daniel Bryan does have the prestige in character. It's really the story really is like this is the next Hulk Hogan. And we're not passing the torch to another big guy. We're passing the torch to sort of like the next, like a more believable professional wrestler. So even if you wanted to do AJ Styles in the story,
okay,
right,
that would work. I feel like Styles would work too. And like, let's say you debut Styles against Cena, and AJ Styles is like, "I've come to retire you." Like that because like their matches were amazing.
Oh yeah.
None of them were bad. All three were good.
So I mean, if you're gonna do it, you have to do it with somebody of that caliber. And the three people I've mentioned have been the best wrestler in the world at one point in the last 10 years.
Yeah. And with the character of Undertaker, this massive, larger-than-life character that commands respect everywhere he goes, and not even commands it, just envelops it. He just gets it. People just give it voluntarily, no matter what. You have this larger-than-life character. You have to put it for the streak to end. You have to put a character in there that is beyond reproach. You have to put somebody in there that no question marks are available. If this person wins, something happens. And I don't know we got that with Brock. Because what did it get? It got a match with Goldberg. And the next big person to beat Brock after after ending the streak was Goldberg. That it's that minute and 18 seconds match at Survivor Series a couple of years ago. That was the big payoff that we got.
So
Yeah, that made no sense
I
to
mean,
me.
I know who was excited about it, and that was Goldberg.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, we sacrificed the losing of the streak for Goldberg.
Yeah, but that doesn't surprise me. That's a very WWE thing for them to do. So.
Yeah. He got his revenge.
Guys, what if
Saudi Arabia
what if Sting broke
in a
the
great
streak?
match?
Sting?
Yeah.
Would anyone have liked that?
The WWE Hardcore would have thrown a fit.
Think about it.
I don't know. Would anybody have liked that better than Brock?
No, I'm just.
I would have definitely liked it better than Brock.
I think the spectacle of that would have been great.
I would have liked Heath Slater over Brock, but okay, maybe not, but still.
All right,
I don't
guys.
like Brock.
I think I'm just gonna break the kayfabe a little bit here. We had an episode recorded earlier, and it got deleted. And
Equipment malfunction, unfortunately.
This isn't the first time this happened at the Second Turnbuckle podcast, but it's for damn sure going to be the last time. So I think we've hit all our topics here.
Wait, that happened before?
I think so.
I thought this was the first time that happened.
No, it happened because
Shut the fuck up.
it happened on the worst of the 2010s, and a bunch of other episodes that we recorded on the Anchor platform. We just had this really weird delay. That's nothing against like the site or anything, but it just happened to us. And we hope you guys don't have the same experience.
Also, Anchor has a good support team. Like, message them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great. So yeah,
But is that the end for us?
I think I hit everything I wanted to hit.
I did too. I will say there will be. This is a once in a lifetime character. There will never be another career like this.
And
never.
And it just sucks to see that we lost such an integral bit of that career so we can have a Goldberg match.
Yeah.
And then Taker's forced to get his retribution in a great Saudi Arabia show. It was really good. That match was
here's the deal.
Amazing,
so,
right? It was really good quality television, right? No.
Okay. But
damn.
But my
sorry, I'm getting really mad.
You're working yourself into a shoot, brother.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, I'll shut up.
My whole point in saying that is you do the job on the way out for the next guy. And Lesnar didn't need it because Lesnar did the job for Goldberg.
So, and Goldberg didn't need it.
And Goldberg hasn't done the job for anybody as of yet. Strowman?
But it hasn't done much for Strowman because his Universal title run has not been good at all.
It's been very lackluster.
Hey, listen, I'd like to see your big ass do better in the fucking pandemic, sir.
Whoa.
Damn.
Drew.
Yeah, Drew's doing awesome. He's doing better than Strowman. That's for damn sure.
No, see the only difference between Strowman and Drew right now is he's having his filler feud now. He's having his filler.
To be fair, to be fair, Raw has been a better show than SmackDown lately.
Yeah, since the pandemic began. Yeah.
So he's having his filler
for whatever
feud.
reason.
So Strowman, McIntyre is having his filler feud now. Strowman had his filler feud off jump.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get some better competition on SmackDown. I don't necessarily think it's his fault. I think,
of course not.
Yeah.
I think Strowman kind of suffers from the same thing Mark Henry suffered from.
What is that?
So, like, you remember when Mark Henry was in the Elimination Chamber and his pod got busted open and he just stood there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
2013.
Like he still needs
Yeah,
someone that
and he kind of just had to improvise.
Yeah, so Strowman is not necessarily very good at improvising because he's a one-trick pony. He does strongman stuff.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna throw you over some shit. Like, there's no. I wish Strowman would bring back that head and arm triangle.
He just did it to Morrison on SmackDown last night.
And
really?
I wish he would he had a better finisher.
Oh yeah,
I want the reverse chokeslam back.
Exactly.
That's dangerous.
I want the reverse chokeslam back.
Wait, what did you say? You said it's dangerous.
I want the reverse chokeslam back.
That is dangerous.
Nice. I like that. Wait, the reverse chokeslam
not much more than a regular.
Right. So like when your teeth are up in your skull.
But then that would happen with a flapjack, with a facebuster, with any move like that.
But like
it's not much more dangerous than a Alabama Slam.
So the difference is like I'm using your legs to propel your body down so you can like use your hands to like not hit your face versus I'm throwing you down neck first.
Right, but the potential for injury and like life-altering injury on an Alabama Slam is much higher than a facebuster, which it's basically just a really high facebuster.
No, it's a reverse chokeslam.
Mm-hmm.
But the action when you fall, you take it like you would take a facebuster. It's just from a little bit higher. The reverse chokeslam.
So
we're way off. So we're way off what we should be.
Right, we are. But I'm penciling this in for an episode.
Oh,
as we speak, with my fancy Top Guy fountain pen.
Does it actually say Top Guy on it?
What'd you say?
So does it actually say Top Guy on it?
That would be cool.
No, it's all black.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So it's a blacked out steel fountain pen.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Dude, if you've never written with a fountain pen, do it once. It is heaven.
No, sign your signature with the fountain pen.
Oh, it's so pretty. For anybody who doesn't know, fountain pens are what they basically use calligraphy for.
Yeah. So I have
so
it's an extra fine tip so it doesn't bleed.
Oh, okay.
But like they're high maintenance, but it's worth it. We're way off topic, guys. Thank you guys for listening to the Second Turnbuckle podcast. This is another successful recording. We're going to be bringing you part 2 next Saturday. We're going to do a Slammiversary and Extreme Rules at horror show at hotmail.com. _ this shit sucks.
That'll be our midweek episode, correct?
That's going to be our midweek episode. We're going to have our top 8 of the night since we're doing a bunch of outdated shit.
Yeah. I'll have to actually watch Slammiversary.
So, like, we're recording this after Slammiversary went off air. It was a decent show. I feel like TNA could fall into the trap of too many WWE guys coming back, but then again, I don't because a lot of these guys started there. But that's going to be a conversation for the midweek episode. Again, thank you guys for listening. We worked hard to get you guys this content out today. Please do us all a favor. Be kind to one another. Don't be like the United States. Continue to wear your mask even though it might be uncomfortable. I have glasses, so my shit fogs up, and I hate it. But I have my mask on.
Hashtag don't be like low key.
Exactly.
Don't be like low key.
Or Austin Aries.
Fucking, I knew there was a reason why I couldn't fucking stand Austin Aries.
I mean, so he's all right. We won't talk about Austin Aries.
We'll talk about that.
Again, thank you guys so much for listening. Kurt, give them all the social media shit.
All right. So for anybody who wants to find more of what we do here at the Second Turnbuckle podcast, go ahead and follow us on Twitter at OG_STP, OGSTNPR, all capitalized, and then on Instagram at OGSTP, everything lowercase, no underscore. And if you just search on any browser search engine, the Second Turnbuckle podcast or the Second Turnbuckle Wrestling podcast, either works. Our Anchor page is first or second, and the Facebook page is either first or second, depending on whatever you search on. And then our YouTube will be in there somewhere as well. We're also looking to up our subscriber count. If you guys could subscribe there, because I do a bit of editing work to bring the episodes there. I'm actually a little bit behind at the moment because stuff in real life, but I'm getting those up hopefully this week. And that's where we will be. We're pretty active on Twitter, especially. We're looking to get new followers. And anybody who would like to join us on this ride that we call life and this podcast, we'd be greatly appreciative. We do some shout outs and again, let's shout out Hoboken, New Jersey in this episode, who's been running this podcast basically more so than the viewers in California. Hoboken's got you guys beat.
Killing it, guys. Killing it.
Hoboken.
Hoboken.
Oh, that's cool.
It kind of sounds like a really weird
Hoboken.
Hoboken.
We're not making fun of you, New Jersey, but your name is kind of funny.
No, I just thought about Street Fighter.
Yeah, and they have wrestling schools over
so
there.
did I. Yeah, there's some good schools over there. Isn't Al Snows over there somewhere?
Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Ohio, yeah. Okay. Never mind then. I'm talking over my ass.
And then again, another shout out to Wrestle Outpost in the UK, because they're great. They're gonna be something. Hopefully, I wish them all the best. I hope they're gonna be something big one day. And we can be sort of the first voices to put you on them. Go follow those guys. They're gonna give you a different perspective on wrestling that we can't give you here.
Yeah. And 11 females come together to give you an all-female perspective. It's pretty cool.
11?
Yeah, if you look on their, it's either their Kickstarter or their Twitter bio. There's 11 of them.
Oh, that's gonna be a weird episode.
I figure we'll just bring on a few.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Please do what you can to make someone's life a little less hard this week. I know I give these guys a bunch of shit, but these are my legit friends.
Yeah.
And I give them so much shit because they are my friends, and it's part of my charm. But anyway,
yeah,
that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for us. We're signing off. Yeah, Mr. Sock Monkey Mike, what is your information?
If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, same handle for both, @SockMonkeyMike. Subscribe on YouTube if you're not already doing that already, and same thing,
Slap like
Mike.
now.
But honestly, you guys should be subscribed to this podcast because it is the most underrated podcast of all time. And you should subscribe. And once again, champ is the champ for a reason. Captain is captain. Quarter is still cleaning himself out, and
I will beat you.
Wait, hold on! Don't come for Mike, bro. That was like that.
That was good. That
he
was
gave
solid.
You some props there for a second. he said you're cleaning your shit up, bro.
My Lord.
I think we're all perpetually cleaning our shit up.
That's true. Mr. Corner, where can people find you? Where are you most active?
We don't.
You can find me.
You don't.
Wait, what?
You don't want to find me.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Oh my god.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Lesned312, LEZNE312 on both. But I am more active on Twitter as I retweet and like a lot of wrestling things. So yeah, and that is where I get most of my wrestling
podcast a lot.
Yes, I do.
It's his name spelled backwards.
It is.
Yes, it is.
He thinks it's original, but it's not.
I like it. Okay. Goodness.
And that's going to be it from us. We'll see you guys next week.